Hey everybody, hello, hello, hello. Oh dear, it is Thursday for me and it's hump day for you guys. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, it has been a rough few days, hasn't it? In Laurenville, Lozerville, this sweeping saga of drama that is catching up with the stalker case, the non-stalker case. Welcome in, Blackheart. Alex from Melbourne. Hello, caught alive. Good to see you, Melbourneite. You're 1 hour ahead of me, even though we should be in the same time zone, except I'm a Queenslander, and Queenslanders believe that, that daylight saving fades the curtains and the cows get confused. Do we have some black hearts in chat? Hello from Alaska. I thought this was tomorrow, but it is today. Well, it is tomorrow here. It is tomorrow here. You didn't know you guys didn't do daylight saving time? Yeah, we're behind, and I mean really actually behind. We had a referendum back in the last century, and Queenslanders didn't quite understand what daylight saving was, and yeah, we really thought it faded the curtains. So we voted against it. Hi from New Orleans. New Orleans. Nice to see you. Hello from the mothership. Hi, Gran. And Bromforth, Melbourne Knights Unite. Are you guys over that whole lockdown trauma yet? I feel for you guys. New Jersey. Hi. But wait, there's more. There's more. Now, there is more. It's just what's happened is our source of body cam the lights has paused just briefly for a moment for us to breathe. So we were meant to get a little bit more body cam today, and our body cam fairies were like, I think you just need to sit on that for a little bit and just think about your actions. Just think about all of your actions, everybody. You just need to ruminate on that for a moment. And I was like, cool. I can live without anymore for just a moment. That's fine. All good. Hello from Canada. Hi. Janice is here. Janice, where is Janice Ballet Flats? Hello. Now, Janice, I was thinking with you, where are you? I'll get you up in my... Where are you? Let me find you in chat. It's so hard to find you. Oh, there you go. Oh, Janice. I'm going to make you a mod. The reason I'm going to make you a mod, I don't expect you to do any work. I don't expect you to do any modding. The only reason I'm going to make you a mod is just so I can see you a bit better. That's all. So you stand out. That's all. So you're blue. You are now blue, okay? But yeah, you don't have to do any work. All right? Remember that. No work for Miss Ballet Flats. No work. There you go. Now I can see you. Sweet. Cool. Who else have I got here? Hey, Awen. Hello. Hey, he's saying hello to Velvety. Cool. All right. An ancient teapot is here. Excellent. And Buzzy. Nice to see you. Okay. And Wendy. Hello. Wendy's got a song. It's like, oh my God, Wendy, stop clicking, Wendy. It's a great song. Good to see you. All right. So what I thought we'd do, thanks for not making me work, Janice says. Well, like Dali doesn't do any work, so, and he's got a wrench. Dali came backstage and he said he wanted to have the night off. So I was like, off you go. Go chill with Janice in chat. Cease and Desist is absolutely classic. And when I first heard Cease and Desist, I was like, you have to put that out. You'll be a superstar. Janice. Janice with the Cease and Desist. It rhymes. Oh, dear. Dali is busy wooing Lauren. Yeah, he is. He is. And Grey Bay. And Grey Bay. All right. So, guys, tonight, what I thought we'd do is we get so many questions. We get so much confusion. And I'm not surprised because this thing's nuts. This thing's nuts. And I must say, even from down here on the other side of the planet on my fake island with my fake law degree and my fake psychology degree as well, I feel like I'm a little bit of a subject matter expert. I think I'm starting to get this thing. So if you want to ask questions about this, go for your life. I might try and answer. And look, we even have another subject matter expert in chat who was even there for most of it or some of it. We have Janice and she has a wrench now. And so I can see her chats even better. So I thought what we might do is we'll go over some of the most recent stuff, and that doesn't even matter. Like anything about this saga, we can ask questions. And I even have an Excel spreadsheet, which I won't show you because it's a bit of a mess, but I've got it at my disposal, which I can pull up with dates and things like that. And I thought also we'll bring up the Henderson police report because that cop was so great. He was so great. I thought we might have a bit of a read of the things that he wrote. Wendy says, you are the SME. I am the SME. I am the SME. Why, thank you for the $9.99, Wendy. Moments in Trading says, I organized a threesome last night. It was great. I had a couple no-shows, but I still had a good time. Dali has those all the time. That's brilliant. Hey, Kay Schmidt, how are you? How long have you been waiting to unleash all this? I fell for that Delphi lunch video. Oh, yes, the Delphi stuff. I feel like I actually have a bit more to say on the Delphi stuff yet, but I'll keep that for another one because I feel like the Delphi stuff, it belongs on its own, in its own videos, in its own lives, because we need to do Rick Allen and Abby and Libby. Of course, we need to do that whole case justice. So there's so much to report on in terms of the terrible calls that they made in that case. So thank you for the $4.99. Lol, you are a HTC subject matter expert. I think I am. I've officially named myself that. And I think I have a fake degree. Yes. Delphi is why I quit watching. I figured they were entitled to their opinions, but you couldn't listen to their drivel. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone can, well, it's free speech, right? It's free speech. Free speech. That's how Dr. John says it. Can't just go around going, well, I will say anything I like about people because free speech, free speech, free speech. My problem is that they are influencers, self-professed ones, and they need to take responsibility for the fact that they're reporting information from a courtroom where there are no cameras, and their words influence others. Free speech, Eric Foams. Free speech, free speech. Here we go. I do have a question for whoever can answer. Laura mentioned she had a recording in the 9-hour live of the call from police to Christina. Did we ever hear or see that one? I don't recall it. A call in the 9-hour live of the call from police to Christina. Police to Christina. When would that have been? Would that have been in Colorado? I might have to hang on. Let's see. The call in the 9-hour live was the okay. No, I know what you're talking about now. Right. Yeah. No, she would be referring to on her TikTok, her TikTok, she has a TikTok where she's talking to a Nevada cop about what's illegal and what's not. So that would be the recording. In fact, I think it's in evidence. Let me see. Just check if that's the one that's in evidence. Pretty sure it is. There's one called police video. Yep. Okay. Okay, so I can bring that up. Just a minute. Not that. So share this.
Off the top of your head, I have an officer calling me. Touching something is the law, and I want to know what, like.
Okay, so I'm not sure if I can play this without getting copyright struck for the music, but it would be that one, right? So you can go to Christina's TikTok and give her a like on that one. But yeah, it's called Point of View. A cop can't tell you what law you broke. Yeah, that would be that. When Christina was asking about what law was broken when she shared a screenshot. Yeah. Okay. Now, they did call Christina. The Nevada cops did call Christina. And we haven't heard that. I don't know if we will. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. Oops. I don't have my lovely assistant with me here today. I'll just bring me back to full screen. Okay, what else? And I think we're long lost sisters for $5. Really? I don't have a sister. That's so cute. Red on Redondo Beach. Hello, Redondo Beach. Thank you for the $5. And we have Chuck Anderson's granddaughter, gifted a membership. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that so much. That's so nice. And welcome to new members. We're going to be doing a members only this weekend, which will be nice and fun. And you can ask me questions about stuff. I'll tell you some stuff, and Dali will be there too. And we'll do some Aussie things. I'll show you some Aussie things, and we'll talk gossip. Okay, cool. Dali talk her buddy. All right. Did anyone else notice in the body cam part 2 at 27:40, Lauren pops a pill? Are we surprised? Dreadful Penny's here. Hey, Dreadful Penny. Nice to see you. Grayson needs to be looking for a new job, in my opinion. Look, she probably already is. Oh, Cresha's here. Hey, Cresha. How's it going? Good to see you. Hello, I'm excited of all your utterances. Okay, so I wanted to bring up the police report and have a bit of a look at it, because I'm a bit of a fan of this cop, actually, and I don't usually have great things to say about cops. We tend to cover on this channel cases where defendants are treated really badly by cops. But in this instance, we've got a cop who seems to be really honest and doing a great job. So I've got to give it to him. Sergeant, Officer Bulby, I think his name was. $2.99 from Plant Piggies. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. I just don't understand why HTC doesn't just stand up and own their bad behaviors. Do you really think that's going to happen? They doubled down. You saw it. I looked at Reddit yesterday and saw the police officer Bulby police report, and he did contact Gigi. Oh, yeah, he did. He sure did. Stephanie was also mentioned along with Colette. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So yesterday we spoke. Yesterday I gave you guys a little bit of just what I know about who Stephanie and Colette are. And so I'll just go back over that really quickly. So Stephanie, and hang on, I'll bring up your chats on screen. Okay. Stephanie and Colette, apparently OG mods of Lawrence. And mods on Facebook, apparently. And when I say, and not just mods, they were friends of Lawrence. So Lauren does this thing where she just diminishes people. She makes them lower than herself. She says they're ex-employees, they're ex-contractors, because, you know, she's the big true crime reporter, and it's true crime, so it's true. Don't forget that. So she says all this sort of stuff, and she leaves out the part where they were her friends. They were friends to her, just like she did with Christina. Because if you remember Christina's declaration had quite a few points there where she discusses how her friendship with Lauren started and ended, and how there were visits to her house, and they went places together and things like that. Lauren missed all of that stuff out of her declarations and went straight to Christina was a contractor. And then there was this altercation in Arizona where Christina was crying, right? And so it's the same with this Stephanie and Colette. She just dismisses all of this stuff that happened. And I don't know how long of a period it was, but I think it was a while that they were friends. And someone asked yesterday, why, if they're employees, why was there not a non-disclosure agreement and an NDA? Well, A, Lauren's an idiot, and she doesn't do non-disclosure agreements with anybody. I think she's maybe learnt that lesson now. But B, a really good point was made, and that was that you don't have non-disclosure agreements with friends. And these ladies were friends. Now, why does she, how does she justify in her own mind calling them employees? You wonder, because she did say that she paid them. Well, sometimes if a YouTuber creator makes a lot of money and moderators are putting in tons and tons of their time, they may give a bit of money to their moderators. And it seems like this is what's happened. So she's paid them some money to do some moderating work. I don't know on what planet that's called being an employee. But in Lauren's head, she's like, oh, they're my employees now. And they left. They were disgruntled employees. They just left. No, it was a friendship that broke down. So that, as far as I'm aware, is who Colette and Stephanie were or are ex-friends, not ex-employees. And have you noticed how many ex-friends Lauren has? Someone put a comment in one of my videos yesterday saying, does anyone have a list of how many ex-friends Lauren has? And I'm pretty sure that's the phone book. Just pretty sure that would be the phone book. It'd be much easier to list out who's not an ex-friend. People she's pissed off. We have a comment here from Janice about this. 6 seconds. I blurred on for so long that I have missed Janice's. Good thing I made you blue, because I'll never find you otherwise, Janice. The only friend she has is Grey Bay, and she pays her to hang with her. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Grey Bay is super attached to Lauren, though. Indeed. All right, so let's have a look at this police report. Always a red flag when someone doesn't have any long-term friends, or there's always a falling out, and they don't have any part in the failure when retelling what happened. Exactly. People are objects to Lauren. When they stop working right, she throws them away. Yeah, it's a little bit. And then she chucks a little tanty about it. HTC victim. Probably why she refers to victims' family members being friends, because she has no real friends. They are my friends. My friends. Yes, right. Okay, so boom. Share this screen. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. So this is by Officer Bulby, or Bulby, whatever his name is. I want to send him some flowers. Sympathies for having to put up with that rubbish. So incident report. Now note it's an incident report because it's not like a police report standard, like know how he said the difference between the two. We can at least do you an incident report because there's been no crime. So he finalized his report on the 4th of what's 9 September. Sorry, I read it the other way around because I'm Australian. To me, that looks like it's in April, but no, it's September. So it goes back in time, I think, because the last stuff that happened was the 3rd of the 7th. But if we go down, 16th of the 9th. Yeah, so the 16th of the 9th was when he went out there. And I just put some notes here around what happened a week earlier. So a week earlier was the Charles Vallow trial, and the trial started on April 7th. Sorry, not a week earlier. It wasn't the Charles Vallow trial. Sorry. A week earlier was the Brandon Boudreau trial, and the trial started early June, and it ended, the guilty verdict was on June 12th. And on June 9th, by the way, the Proton email happened. So that was the whole, all of your messages are going to be released, and on and on and on. The Proton email. The Proton email. Can confirm, Hella is fiercely loyal. Occasionally I say something nice about her. I'm not really sure what PRS stands for. PRS boss is an influencer and thinks they are being extorted online by ex-employees. I love this guy. I love the way he's just like, thinks they are being extorted. This makes so much more sense now. Now we're seeing the body cam from this guy. It makes so much more sense. Like, the pieces are just like falling into place. Okay, so Grayson, you're assistant to victim. Matthias, Lauren, victim reporting. Okay, so Jennifer, TV host. So that's Gigi, right? TV host. Correspondent for Law and Crime Network. Hey, Law and Crime? Contributor on News Nation and Court TV. That must really piss Lauren off. Yes, Janice. And we pointed that out on the Proton email live, right? Remember how we went through the all of the facts around this goddamn Proton email. Lauren said that the Proton email, she found out about it months later. She said it a few times in the 9 Out Live, right? But she also talked about it to the cops on the 19th of June, which was 10 days after the Proton email. 10 days after. So she couldn't have found out about it months later. At the most, she found out about it 10 days later because it was in her spam folder, apparently, allegedly. So how does 10 days turn into months later? That was a good pickup. So yeah, how much do you think it pisses Lauren off that Gigi is doing all the stuff? Because Gigi's not a real reporter, right? Like she's an excellent journalist, but she was not on the real news. Not on the real news. Nevada revised statutes criminalizes various computer crimes, including obtaining personal information from a computer system or network without authorization. Okay, so he's just finding out what the laws are here. Prohibits the authorized interception of wire communications, which include text messages. Okay, so what? Prohibits unauthorized interception of wire communications. So that's interception. Yeah? That's not just screenshotting them and sending them to somebody else. No request was made for money and no timeline made of when the information may be released. Ex-employees are suspected of sending encrypted emails threatening to expose Lauren's emails and text messages that could do harm to her business, and re-victimize victims she has worked with in the past. No non-disclosure agreements, NDAs, with ex-employees. Lauren had shared. Oh yes, that's what it says there. Lauren had shared some passwords with ex-employees. Some media persons advised they received some copies of emails, texts from another party, possibly ex-employee. Only one email sent to Lauren advising of possibly putting information out to the media, claiming Lauren is not being truthful. Not being truthful?
That's a lie.
No, surely not. That couldn't be. Yeah, she said it was in her spam. It was in my spam. How could I have known? And she also said that a victim came forth to her and told her, "Thank you to that victim. Thank you for letting me know." Yes, the real news. She was in the real news for years. Actually, it was 2 years. And then she was laid off, I think. In reference to NRS's no text messages. No text messages were intercepted, and no proof of PII being accessed or shared, personal information being accessed or shared. Victim, I love this. I love this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Victim is victim. Hang on. Oh, yo. Victim. I'm gonna highlight that. Victim is concerned about iCloud and Gmail possibly being hacked. Oh, I love it. Victim. This dude, I told you he was trolling. I told you. He was trolling the whole time. Like, he was doing his job. Like, he had to be there. He had to listen to them. But he was low-key trolling. He didn't believe a fucking word they were saying. He was casting shade. Okay. Advised victim of, again, he does it again, advised victim of Electronic Communications Privacy Act laws in the US. Excuse me, lady. That's not a crime. Possible NRS something also makes it so in the live, Lauren skips to here. So Lauren read out this and then she read out that. So she made it sound like she goes, Lauren, she read out the yellow part and then she read out this bit. She goes, some passwords, no, she goes, some media persons advise they received some copies of emails, texts from another party, possibly an ex-employee. Only one email sent to myself advising of possibly putting out information out to the media, claiming Lauren is not being truthful. The email came from a Proton account, and a law states that it makes it a misdemeanor to deliver defamatory statements to an editor or publisher. That's what she said. She missed out all of this stuff in between, everything. And then that's it. Like, she didn't read any of this crap. Person 4, ex-employee of July 2024, suspected of releasing info to third parties. I don't know who that is, sorry. And then Colette, ex-employee of July 2024, does not seem to be part of text sharing. No. And then here we go. Further clarification. No emails, Gmail hacked or shared. No emails. Nothing shared. Yep. The thought that text you send to someone else is private and others can't see it, still don't know what that computes. Don't send text if you don't want others to see them. Right? What did you say about person 4? Person 4 was when he came back. Don't know what you mean by that. Okay. It might be Stephanie because person 5 is Colette, but he did say Stephanie. Oh, as of July 2024. Yeah, it's the same timing. Might be, but I just don't know why that's redacted and Colette isn't. Anyway. Okay, further clarification. No emails hacked or shared. No iCloud hacked. Text messages saved via screenshot between victim and suspect during employment or of suspect. I did not find extortion. Threats pertain to the situation. Info on cyberstalking laws using text messages for cyberstalking, which include publishing or distributing information to increase the risk of harm. Or violence to the victim is a Category C felony in Nevada. In summary, sharing text messages with a third party without the consent of all involved parties in Nevada could be considered unlawful and may lead to criminal charges, including felony penalties and civil lawsuits for invasion of privacy. It's crucial to understand these privacy regulations before sharing any personal communications. What? So, using text messages for cyber stalking, but there hasn't been any. To simplify, PR victim Lauren believes suspect ex-employee Stephanie sent company personal text messages content to a third party, Jennifer, that's Gigi. No direct proof. Kind of helps to have direct proof. Lauren is concerned if text messages are released to the public that her reputation will suffer. No shit. And the victims of crimes she worked with in the past will be re-victimized. More info from third-party hearsay. Yeah, there was a lot of third-party hearsay. So in that very last body cam we watched, the officer was just about ready to smack his head through the wall. He's like, I need facts. That's hearsay. Just stop it. Stop it. Facts, please. Just facts, please. No, I can't use him. I can't use that. No. Stick to facts. Please. I know you're emotional about this, but I need facts. Hey, Crusher. Thank you for the 1999, mate. That's so nice of you. Don't talk no shit. Won't be no shit, Lauren. Lauren. Thanks, hella good. That's so sweet to hear. You don't need to do that, but you're so lovely. And it's so nice to be hearing from you, Crusher. Just your voice is so needed in all of this. Appreciate you. Carol Priest says, I was a sub and it took me a week or two to see through the BS. Only a week or two. Wow, you did well. Then I face palmed with both hands. I tell you guys all something. I knew from the second I saw her, but I'm not much of a true crimey kind of channel watcher. And I mean that not in a derogatory sense, but it's more that kind of her particular kind of channel genre is just not my kind of channel genre to watch, if you get what I'm saying. Like the whole just everyone's so evil and digging into their psyche and all that kind of thing. It's just not me. So I find it all a bit kind of naff, especially having the whole psychologist there and him talking about all their deviant sexual fantasies and that. Ooh, creeps me. So, yeah. One thing I really didn't like about the cop, and it might just be a lack of education because he's a beat cop, right? Is that he referred to a cease and desist order. It's not an order. You're right. It's only a letter. An order is something that gets signed off by a judge. So no one's bound by a cease and desist letter. You don't have to do anything because a lawyer sent you a letter. So, yeah, the cop was wrong to talk like that about a letter. And it probably empowered Lauren to continue sending them out. Yeah. And it's cease and desist. Get it right. RP, reporting party, the individual who alerted law enforcement. Yeah. Doesn't a crime have to exist to legally refer to someone as a victim and suspect? I don't know if this would be considered a legal document because it's just an incident report. So there's that. But also, he's several times referred to her as them. The cop was very ignorant of the laws. Most of them beat cops never have to deal with anything like that. They're speeding ticket givers. And he admitted that, though. Like, he kept saying, this is not my area. I would have to look it up. I'll have to go check with my sergeant. So he can't be expected to know everything about, like, cyber stalking laws and wire interception and things like that. But he wasn't silly. Like, he could tell that this was sus. But the whole idea of there being extortion, he knew what extortion was. Like, he knew that it's not extortion to say you're going to release some text messages but not ask for any money or anything. Like, he knew that. He didn't even have to Google it. And her brother lawyer didn't know that. Stephanie was sent a cease and desist order from Lauren's lawyer on 4/9/2025. God, that was a bad day. The 9th of April. That was a bad day. I'm just going to flick for a second to my spreadsheet. So much happened on the 9th of April. That was the day that Lauren approached Christina at Maricopa County Courthouse. Christina confronted Lauren about mean things she said about her, and Lauren admits to writing those things. For accuracy, Christina recorded the conversation. Also on that day, Lauren Love Bomb apologized to Christina, saying, everything I love about you is sincere and real. I'll forever defend you and call you a dear friend. And also on that day, Lauren sent Stephanie, former employee and friend, by the way, a cease and desist order accusing her of sharing info with Gigi. And that's also referenced in Christina's declaration. Also on that day, Liz calls asking about texts from Lauren, sent in a group chat. Also on that day, Lauren texts Christina citing feeling threatened by non-threatening voicemail from another party and blames Christina. Christina responds, denies having spoken to another party about it and didn't appreciate the accusations and threats from Lauren. That's all on that very same day. If anyone wants to add anything in chat to the 9th of April, I think there might have been a couple of other cease and desists that day, actually, from memory. The duo left court and went to their Airbnb and fire off cease and desists. They missed Nancy Jo on the stand. That was on the 9th of April, right, Janice? Assist and desist. Yep. That would be a good book title, The Ceased and Deceased. Did you ever think you would have a LM spreadsheet? I've got several. And thank you to CH for the spreadsheet I'm reading off. I'm just not showing you guys at the moment because it's not finished, and I like things to be just so. But CH, my lovely mod and friend, is doing a great job. Krisha says, I had a lot of text exchanges with Stephanie when I was bitching about LM. I need to go back and look at my combo. But don't you share them because, you know, that's extortion and harassment and stalking. Even me putting your chat up on the screen, that's illegal, you know. Hey, Mrs. Pisces. Oh, the cop was like up here in terms of intelligence, and everybody else was just like a bystander in the room. Apparently, Attorney Randazza is an expert on anti-slap laws. I'm not surprised. Kresha says they both lied their asses off about recording Gigi. Oh, that was just a bombshell moment. It was like, oh, Lauren goes, we have a recording of her saying this stuff. And the cop was like, does she know you were recording her? Oh, did you record that, Grayson? No, I didn't record that. Oh, no, didn't record that. The way Grayson flipped and was able to lie barefaced to that cop was scary. That was wild, the way she was able to just lie like that. Did you see that? It was so easy. It was so easy. I'm just looking at your chats, guys. That really, it was eerie. And the cop knew. Of course the cop knew. Yeah. I hate that obvious manipulation. It's underestimating the people around you. Janice says she lies so easily through her cavity-ridden teeth. Well, this is like, she's perfect for Lauren. Like, the two of them, they're like made for each other. She's a little version of Lauren. Like, it was in that moment, she was so quick. It was just like, no, I didn't record that. So fast. Ooh, we got away with that one. And also that moment where she said, oh, well, Colette's got a big job. Like, she's got a career. So she's got more to lose. That just like the conniving mind of Grayson to think that through and go, well, she's more likely to be intimidated if a cop calls her and says that she's writing a fine line by considering putting these messages out, because she's got more to lose. It's so vindictive, Grayson. It was pretty repulsive, yeah. And yeah, that's the thing, CH. Grayson's next. If Grayson doesn't see that she's next, she is silly. Lauren has it all set up that she can blame all of it on Grayson. Yeah, it's coming. If I call it by the end of the year. Actually, no, we're in December now. Maybe end of January. It'll be soon. She'll be gone really soon. I've never talked to Grey Bay, and I love how you call her Grey Bay. Darlie, you started this. And I've never been close to Lauren by choice. She's not my cup of tea. Janice is like me. Janice and I both knew immediately. Like, I've never thought anything of Lauren, and Janice same. Never had a second for her. Janice, boom. Yeah, it was just nasty. Yeah, that about made me sick. That comment about Colette pissed me off. Yeah. Yeah. And Grayson has an NDA. And that's the other thing, right? So Grayson has an NDA and it's probably backdated. You would think it'd be backdated. So imagine this. Now, Lauren throws Grayson under the bus and Grayson leaves and she can't say anything. She can't do anything about it. Done. So poor Grey Baby. When I say poor Grey Baby, well, you kind of acted like an asshole. So you get what you get. Don't get upset. You too? Hey. She does seem to be a bit of a troublemaker. She's kind of enjoying all this, to be honest. I hope Grayson is being smart and keeping a receipt. But that's the problem, right? Yeah, maybe she is keeping receipts, but if she's signing an NDA, what's she going to do? What's she really going to do? What's this? 1:40 approx on last night. It looks to me like Grayson has remote access to Lauren's phone. When Lauren says she needs to ask a screenshot and Grayson says she got it, not sure what happens, but What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Pass a screenshot. Oh, okay. When you say last night, you mean last night as what we were watching, not actually last night. It's like, what? What are you watching? What do you have access to? I want to know. Last night's video. Hey, you saw them doing something last night? Hey, are you looking through their window? This is getting weird. No one can enforce an NDA if the whistleblower reveals illegal activity by the person. Yeah, well, that's true. Now that is true. Grayson filters calls from Dawn on LM's phone. She said that the crying in the bed video. She said in the crying in the bed video. Look, I don't think she is as horrid as Lauren. The reason I don't think she is as horrid as Lauren is because Lauren's pretty horrid. And I think that she's young and she's going to come to regret all of this. I hope she'll come to regret all of this. But maybe I'm being too kind. Maybe I am giving her too much of a pass. When you're young, you tend to get swept up in the hype of things a little. So I hope I'm right about that. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. I'm being too kind. She's tainted. Anyway, to simplify, PR victim Lauren believes suspect ex-employee Stephanie sent company personal text messages content to third party Jennifer. That's Gigi. No direct proof. Lauren is concerned if text messages are released to the public that her reputation will suffer and the victims of crimes she worked with in the past will be re-victimized. Most info from third-party hearsay. Stephanie was sent cease and desist order from Lauren's lawyer on 4/9/2025. Text messages have supposedly been shared with third-party contractor and Jennifer after cease and desist order was delivered served. Per request from PR victim, person reporting, yes, thank you for that, Kresha. I attempted to contact Jennifer, Stephanie, and Colette. Left voicemail with all requesting a callback. Okay, so it says there that at 6:57 p.m. he was on phone with Stephanie, and at 7:06 p.m. he was on phone with Jennifer. There you go. So there were some phone calls there. Let's see what they said. Woo. Stephanie advised she had not shared info's texts with anyone. She was concerned it could Lauren's newer friends. The newer friends' employees had contacted her to ask about working relationship. She thinks Lauren does not know who it is, so she keeps blaming the wrong people. Interesting. Okay, so Stephanie advised so Stephanie's like, look, I don't know. I didn't share anything. And Lauren's really worried about her text messages getting out, and she's probably sent stuff to all sorts of people. And she's blaming the wrong people. Maybe it's her newer friends or employees. I don't know. Lauren doesn't know who it is. Yeah, she keeps blaming the wrong people. So let me think about that. Stephanie and Colette are from further back. And Stephanie's been called by a cop. And Stephanie's like, look, I didn't do it. Maybe it was someone else that she's pissed off. Maybe one of the newer people that she's pissed off. Because I'm from the last crew that she pissed off. I'm from the OG crew she pissed off. There's a newer crew. That's what I'm getting from that. Sorry, Heather, I don't agree. She's 24 years old. That's not exactly young. Yeah. Look. Okay, so if you guys don't know me that well, I am someone who, like, I give people a lot of rope. I give people the benefit of the doubt until I've got, like, no doubt left. Yeah. And I think what she has done is despicable, but I haven't thrown her out completely in terms of, is she unable to be rehabilitated? I don't know. I would hope she is. At only 24, I would hope she is. I would hope she'd be able to mend her ways after parting ways with Lauren. I don't think she's, like, necessarily the devil incarnate. Yeah, yet. But that doesn't excuse anything she's done up till this point. So that's just who I am. I'm somebody who just I need to be convinced beyond a reasonable doubt, let's say, that the person is just despicable, beyond despicable, before I lose hope for them. Lauren has proven to me that there's just I can't trust her at all. Like, she's lost every chance with me. Grayson, I certainly don't like her very much, and I don't trust her. But if I were to, like, if I were to see her move away from Lauren and to go, okay, I did wrong. This is why I did wrong. I realize what my actions, the consequences of my actions, and then she took a few years and mended her path, then maybe she could be a good person. Yeah. Grayson may change. Lauren, I have zero reason to believe she will try or want to change. Yeah. Everything depends on what's in those texts. I don't think Grayson's really in those texts. I think they're from longer ago. Personally. Yeah. Her telling the cop to intimidate Colette because she would be scared because she has more to lose was unforgivable. Yeah, I agree. That was a terrible thing to do. That was shit. That was mean and it was shit. Yeah. Maybe 10 years from now. Maybe she'll grow up by then. Yeah. Lauren is not mature enough to have anything to do with victims of major crimes. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, and it's why she really shouldn't be doing this line of work. She's immature, manipulative, and vile. Yeah. Her only saving grace is her age, so perhaps, yeah. And the fact that there's this person who she clearly looks up to who is just this despicable, disgracing. Yeah. So, yeah, and she went after Lindsay, and she had a cutthroat mentality. Yeah, Grayson has she's behaved really badly. I'm not gonna stand up for anything that she's done whatsoever. All I'm saying is that is there a possibility that she could behave better in the future? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But Lauren, I just don't think I could ever trust her. Ever. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Or she may change for the worse, if you could imagine that. That is her villain origin story. Maybe. That too. That could happen. There's an underlying character flaw that allows her to lie so easily. Diabolical. Ooh. Yeah. Victims of crime should be treated like Pokemon. Yeah. Agree. LM needs to log off, find a new topic where good people and vulnerable people are not exposed to her hideous personality in LM's line of work. Yeah. Maybe this behavior is why she's not working for Annie. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, no. John is not innocent either with his trading. He should demand better for Lauren. Demand better for Lauren? Mate, John is worse. My opinion on John is that he is freaking despicable. John is the worst. John, I can't stand John far more than Lauren. Let me just go full screen for a minute. I'm going to fucking go ham on John. John is supposed to be freaking professional. He's supposed to be a goddamn doctor. Fucking hell. The shit that he has said is reprehensible. And then he goes and tries to school a police officer on what is a crime. Oh, there's 2 federal crimes here. What a cock. That man, his ego is bigger than fucking this side of the planet. He has problems. He has serious problems. And I've looked into this guy. He used to teach the exact same shit that Jody Hildebrandt taught. The exact same shit. In fact, he was in competition with Jody Hildebrandt in St. George, Utah at exactly the same time. Those two were teaching the same stuff, and she was his direct competitor. Really sick stuff. Like telling kids, adolescents, that they had some sort of like sexual problems. What adolescents have sexual problems? Imagine telling an adolescent that they had sexual problems, like sexual addiction. That infuriates me, to put that onto an adolescent, because they have porn addiction and they're failing to launch in life. I'm going to do another video on it. I'm going to do a separate video on this because it's pissed me off so much, but it's real, and it's the exact same thing that Jodie Hildebrandt was teaching at exactly the same time. And her victims have come out since she has been done for CA. And I'm not saying that he did anything like that. No. But since she has gone away, people have come out and said, these things really affected me. Those teachings really affected me in my life and my growing up. And he also was so, in his assessment of Richard Allen, he was so obsessed with this idea that Richard Allen was plagued by these desires, these he called them deviant sexual desires, deviant ideas throughout his adolescent years, his growing up years, his life. He was so plagued by them that he had to eventually commit this essay and this murder. And this is how Out of the Blue murderers come about. And so that's how he justified it. That's how John Mathias justified it to his audience. That's how Richard Allen became an out of the blue murderer at 45, because he had these sexually deviant fantasies. He had no fucking idea whether Richard Allen had any sexually deviant fantasies. And even if he did, that doesn't explain by a long shot that somebody would become a murderer. Where's the statistics, John? John never has any statistics. Nothing to back it up. This is all just bullshit he's pulling out of his butt. Everything. He just pulls it right out because it fits the salacious shit that he wants to say at that point in time. Everything is just what he wants to say because it fits the narrative that he wants to put across to the audience to get numbers right now and to make it look like it makes complete sense that that person is guilty right now. To hear John Mathias go on about how people have, these people have all these disgusting, deviant sexual fantasies. Does that make everybody a murderer? No, it doesn't. Come up with some real statistics and proof. Stop it with your buzzwords and come up with some real statistics and proof. And stop sitting up there in your ivory tower with your damn PhD and give us something real. Projection. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he quotes out of books and stuff, but it's all very loose. There's nothing to say that, people who have sexual fantasies, like deviant supposed sexual fantasies. And by the way, what is a deviant sexual fantasy? Like, what is it that makes something not normal and becomes deviant? Like, what is the difference? He never defines that. He just goes deviant sexual fantasies. Okay. And so he talks in these very general terms, and he goes, people have these men, they have these deviant sexual fantasies, and they plague them for years. And then all of a sudden they have no choice. It's like they have to act out in this way. And that's where Out of the Blue murderers come from. So to say that at 45 someone couldn't commit a assault or murder, no, of course that can happen, right? That's John talking. That is exactly what John said. in the stream, which was actually, I've got it here somewhere. I've gone off on a tangent. I'm sorry. I was going to make a pre-record on this, but I've just got so mad for a second, and it's not at the person who was chatting. I just started talking. Sorry, but it was the day of the closing arguments for Richard Allen. Sleuthie's in chat. Hey. John loves to make these huge declarations based on pure speculation. Yes. Yes. And then he makes out like he's some sort of intellectual, but he has nothing to back it up. And then, like, you remember the day of the We Respond video, the premiere, and the Brad Pitt one. And he's getting out his books, and the people in the chat are like, oh yeah, this is what we do on Hidden True Crime. We get receipts. Yeah, receipts. What fucking receipts? You're reading out other people's words from your books. And the ones you call Nietzsche, which is not pronounced correctly. There's no receipts there. There was no receipts presented whatsoever. John didn't see RA in person to diagnose him. No. John didn't, I'm sure he didn't listen to his wife's streams. He didn't know anything about that case. And to say that Richard Allen was plagued with these deep desires, these long-term sexual fantasies, he didn't know him. How would he know? How would he know? So I know, I'm sorry I've gone off on a tangent, but John is the worst. John, as far as I'm concerned, is far more dangerous than Lauren. Because he is getting around pretending to be a professional. Yeah, he just pulls stuff out of his ass. He needs to be exposed. What he's been doing needs to be exposed. John can't speak from experience. No. It's just it. And I'm not like, guys, I don't even watch their channel. I've only investigated what they did when it comes to the Richard Allen trial. Have they done this with others? Like, what's been his take on other defendants? How many other times has he just made wild, sweeping accusations or diagnosis on others? You guys tell me. Like, tell me to go and look at other cases where he's made assessments and you've gone, that doesn't sound right. Like, email me, excitedutteranceau@gmail.com. I'll look at it. Because, like, the Richard Allen one stood out to me because I know the case and because it really bothered me. But there's probably more. There's probably more. I very much doubt there was only one. How and where do we report John? I know, I'm down here in Australia. Guys, help. Help. I want to know one case Dr. Temu Chad Daybell testified in. Oh, there's that. Also, apparently, he has been an expert witness in over 500 trials. Apparently, he never testified for any trial. So, yeah, there's that. John rarely makes eye contact with the camera or Lauren either. That's weird. Look, there's so much wrong. There's so many red flags with that man. Yeah. And I'm like, you saw how like fired up I just got about him. Because I've been making a pre-record about what I was just talking about in the last 24 hours. And so that's why that was fresh in my mind, that stuff I was just saying. And I've also been receiving some emails from subscribers and things about different things to do with Dr. John. And yeah, like for me, as much as Lauren and Grayson to an extent rile me up, and especially all they've done to Christina and Janice and Mr. Breakfast and Lindsay, and I can't even name everybody. God, as much as they've done to all these people, John just seems to be the most evil to me. And it's almost like there's not a competition between who's the most evil. John seems to, like, because he has the most authority and he commands the most respect and trust from people, there's the most disappointment and concern around him. He can't get off lightly. Yeah. Literally his take on the parents of was it Stephen Stones or Stephen Stones? Generally, his take on the parents. I'll have to look into that. Did someone say 6 licensed professionals reported him? Good. Just like they want the cop to do Gigi, someone from the APA needs to give him a call. Yeah, right. And remember, he's on the phone with that cop going, that's 5 years per crime and 10 times. He literally wanted whoever it was who was going to release these messages to go to prison for 50 years. That man wanted Gigi, or I hadn't even mentioned Christina yet, but Christina eventually, or Stephanie, or Colette, or Mr. Breakfast, any of them, right? He would have liked any of them to have gone to prison for 50 years because of their damn secrets. Think about that. 50 years. He's fine with that. John and Lauren interviewed the parents and let them whine about being victimized, as well as giving their son a pass and suggesting that the child initiated the relationship with Stefan. John agreed? What? That's not even a Hidden True Crimes MO. Like, that's not normal. Usually they're all very much, no, guilty party over there. You're disgusting. Why would they do that? That's out of character. But okay. Weird. The way John creepily looks away to the side when he talks and can't make eye contact at all is a huge red flag. His reviews are hit miss. As someone who hasn't studied psychology, sometimes I agree with him, sometimes I don't. Yeah. Has anyone reached out to Henderson to ask them to investigate his and Lauren's enticement? Yeah. What do you mean enticement? we'll get back to this because I wanted to get to this next bit. It says here that Jennifer, which is Gigi, advised she received an anonymous email with past text messages where Lauren spoke poorly about her. There were a lot of other people tagged in the email. She believes Lauren is concerned about being exposed due to Lauren talking about other people to include victims in her stories podcasts. Jennifer believes this is all drama. That's Gigi. Haha. Gigi believes this is all drama and does not want to be part of it. Gigi referenced hearing other things being said, but from or about people she does not know. She advised she does not plan on doing anything with the information's texts. In follow-up conversation with Lauren, okay, well, let's just stop there. Gigi said she's not going to do anything with the texts. She's a class act, Gigi. She is a class act. Sorry, what did CH say a minute ago? Sorry, I'm missing a lot of chats, guys. I know, I'm sorry. The whole thing was the last thing Gigi needed. But yeah, clearly that's what she said on the phone to this officer Bowlby, whatever this point. Yeah. At this point, Gigi doesn't have to do anything with the text. Lauren and John are destroying their own castle. And look, this is, if only I had a co-host. Or he deserves a day off. I believe that whatever is in them, these text messages, yeah, it's clearly terrible, right? But this has got to be almost as bad. What's happening right now has got to be almost as bad. The fact that they're being shown up for all of their lies, their bad behavior, that we're seeing all this play out. It's some text messages. Was it worth it? Was it really worth it, Lauren and John? Yeah. Talk about the Streisand effect. So yeah, Gigi said she wasn't going to do anything with the text anyway. So in follow-up conversation with Lawrence, okay, so he talked to Gigi. Gigi said that there wasn't going to be any text messages, and then he goes back and talks to Lauren, right? So Lauren also mentioned an Evan who was known to do some hacking in the past and befriended Lauren recently. God, so somebody else. I advised Lauren on the applicable laws and civil issues pertaining to the situation. The threats were vague, and there is no proof from a direct source that text messages had been shared by a specific person. No proof. Per 6-something, Christina, ex-contractor that worked for Lauren, right? So here we go. At 3:38 p.m. on the 20th. So this is the next day. Christina, ex-contractor that worked for Lauren. Phone number from Christina was a Google Voice number, left voicemail requesting a callback. Next day. And now it goes up to the next day. attempted to contact Christina per email received from her as follow-up on initial call. Christina returned my call at approximately, that's 6:19, recorded and labeled with original incident number. Okay, so Christina said she advised she did not make copies of text messages, although during conversation alluded to having copies. The discussion changed to a comment of maybe she should start saving copies to protect herself in the future. Additional conversation mentioned was how Lauren is worried about her reputation and seems to be using the police to basically scare other people. Mentioned Lauren has made many statements about others that will make Lauren look bad if the statements were to get out to the public. We talked about Nevada law for two-party consent with returning phone calls. I previously observed Nevada case law that included text messages. Christina asked about how Nevada law would affect her if she does not live in Nevada, and she wanted to know what case law the two-party text message was connected with. There you go. And he's got some information on laws there. Blah, blah, blah. All-party consent requirement for recording telephone calls also applies to text messages. Well, Sharp versus Nevada. The Supreme Court case established that all-party consent requirement for recording telephone calls also applies to text messages. Oh, okay, that would be interception. No one's been intercepting anything. Right. This officer seems to have done a really thorough job. And I believe more body cam exists. Whether we're going to get it or not is up to the body cam fairies. But oops. Oh, here I am. Oh, hang on. Hang about. Body cam fairy might be landing shortly. Let me take a few questions. Phone Gigi and tell her this illegal and you need to tell me the source. Yeah. I'm convinced John had something shady going on and the whole Richard Allen so-called analysis. Yeah, well. So did Grey Bay break the law recording Gigi? Yeah. Well, allegedly. Well, I mean, that's wiretapping, right? So if you record somebody, record a phone call, and you don't tell them and they don't consent to it, then that's wiretapping, depending on the state. But I believe Nevada is a two-party consent state. So assuming she did it in Nevada, then yeah, I suppose. Hello, here is a link for you to share. Scroll down and you'll see the star football player. Let me see while we're waiting. Okay, let's see what you mean. Let me have a look. Princeton football record book. What am I missing, CH? Wrong link. Hello. CH. About this one instead. Scrolling down, scrolling down. Oh! Whoa. Oh, what a handsome stallion. So, hang on. 1980. Oh, geez, he's old. So, hang on. MSL football, all conference teams, 1980 to 1989. Presenting the all MSL football teams from 1980 to 1989 as part of MSL All Conference project. MSL moved into its golden age, blah, 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 blah. Ah. Wow. So hang on. John Matthias, SRFB. I don't know what that means, SRFB F11196 something. Isn't he cute? That haircut. He looks punch. Yeah. All right. Hang on a minute. I am going to leave you with a bit of yesterday's body cam for a minute while I get up. While I get the go ahead from the body cam fairies for the new stuff. Just a moment.
The officer's back. Hello. Okay, my husband actually happens to be on the phone right now, so this is.
Yeah. So I just got to ask a few more questions because I know there's the threat of the possibility, but the possibility doesn't take place. There's not a lot we can do until they do that. Okay. So yes, there are crimes that would be committed if they cross that line.
Okay.
But the threat of saying we're going to, release information, that's not necessarily a crime. It's not a crime until they do it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
there is some information that has been released, text. Like we haven't seen it, but it's being.
No, we've seen the text. We have mail text from people.
Okay.
but they're not threatening text or anything like that.
No, we just have her private messages that have been sent out.
Okay, so who do they get sent out to?
They got sent out to Gigi, they got sent out to Christina, they got sent out to Kay, you know that. They got sent out to.
So any one of those that you sent text messages to could have copied them and sent them.
It's.
And that's where we're at. You have
those messages weren't sent to those people. We're saying the people that took her messages sent those to those people.
I need to know the original messages that you're saying were stolen. Who do they go to?
Who did they go to or who sent them?
Who you sent them, right?
No.
It was between you and somebody else.
That's what you're saying. I sent them between Stephanie and Colette.
Stephanie and Colette. And who are Stephanie and Colette?
My old employees.
Okay, so they're text messages to them.
Correct.
So it's their text messages too then, not just yours.
My text messages to them, they have.
It's a combined text message. It's a conversation. They're not just yours. It's yours and theirs.
But yeah, they're
It's a conversation.
right.
Right.
Private.
Okay. So what was copied then from that? Can you show me again what you have?
And then you can show them that thing that Colette came.
Because here's the thing: if I can't, you send an email out, right? And if it goes to 4 different people, that means any of those 4 people could have made a copy of it and shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody who shared it with somebody. And then did you share it with a news organization? Did you share it with another company? Because if you shared it with a news organization, let's say, or government entity, those people are open to FOIA requests. So next thing you know, anybody can get access to that stuff.
Right.
So when we send emails and text messages, they're never private. They really aren't. They're expected to be held private, hopefully, but especially when it goes to government entities and stuff like that. If anybody sends me an email to my military, well, it used to be military, to my City of Henderson email,
Your city.
Somebody can do a FOIA request asking for all my emails.
Correct.
Yes.
I didn't send these to any media.
Okay, so who did you send it to then?
Stephanie and Colette.
To 2 people only.
Yes. Yeah, they're on my private cell phone to their private cell phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's no official email. There's no
So those are emails and text messages?
text messages.
Just text messages only?
Yes.
Okay. The email part of it, although they're saying they're going to release information, did it say they're going to release emails or release the text? So nothing about emails whatsoever then?
No, they're sending emails.
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Yeah, so they're sending.
Making sure I get this right.
They're sending emails threatening to release my private text.
The private texts. Okay. And so you think the private texts that they're threatening to send are the ones that you had with these 2 ex-employees?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and what's their names?
Stephanie. Or
Is
Stephanie.
that-
She also goes by Stephanie.
Stephanie PH? And she lives in Nevada, I'm guessing, or no?
No, she lives in.
Okay. What's her phone number? Okay, and then who did you say the other person was?
The other person is Colette, and she also goes by.
Guys, I'll just let you know what's going on. So I have some body cam that's just being checked for redactions. And I'm being told it's about sort of 5 to 10 minutes away. So enough time to watch this one. So stick around. And yeah, just whilst that's being checked, hang around and have a little bit of a chat in chat. I'll just read out. I've got a couple of supers here. Hang on a minute. I know it's such a exciting day. Dali's here going, did you read all the super chats? I had until that all happened. I'm kind of a bit busy around here. Mr. Ordering me around. How are you, mate? Member for 23 months. Thank you. John is panicking about his text to his wife and others. $4.99. Thank you, Nola V. That's so sweet of you. And Hella and Dali, I know a lot of other people appreciate your professionalism in bringing this information to your audience with the victims of HTC hearts in mind. Thank you for all you do. You are so sweet, Joel Roberts. That's so nice of you for $10. Mwah! Thank you. We're doing our best, and also just making sure that people's privacy is kept. That's really important to us. So, and that's also why right now, like, it's important that this next bit of body cam is checked properly to make sure there's no like phone numbers and last names and things like that. So your patience is much appreciated, everyone. Justin, true crime is true. It's real. Don't forget that. Remember, for 16 months, Justin. Thank you. All right. So sit back and enjoy, and there'll be something new coming shortly. Hopefully, if the fairy is fine with all the redactions. The redaction fairy. Alrighty.
I don't know what her legal name is.
Okay. Okay. You don't happen to know birth dates or anything like that? Just stretching it.
No, I think I could figure out. Yeah, Stephanie birthday.
Okay.
Could you try to look up?
And the reason I'm rehashing this is because both of you are coming with different information from different angles and stuff like that. So, you know, certain things are crimes. So like defamation, let's say, right? Although it hasn't happened yet, it's, you know, false information, intended ridicule or for hatred purposes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but nothing's been released. So it's not definitely
disseminated privately, so yeah.
it's not released to the media per se that are put out there.
We had a recording with Gigi this morning. She called Gigi, and Gigi said it has been released to the media and to brace ourselves.
Okay, so once again, it had to be several things. Hatred is one of them. Being ridicule, false are these. If it's just text messages, then it's not false, right? So that's where I'm going with this. So defamation has to fall, a certain standard of the reason for defamation. So
publicly that I talk shit about victims, which simply is.
Well, you can talk. I can talk publicly about anybody about that kind of stuff. So that's not a crime. So that's why I'm trying to fine tune this to find the crime in what's happening.
Okay. Stephanie's birthday is.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know. Yeah.
Approximate age. Okay. Show me the text message that you received. That you're fully aware is out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing too with.
And can we show them that threat by Colette?
So there's different things with different crimes as well. So the interception of text messages is a crime, but this isn't intercepting a text message. This is a text message that was sent to them that they screenshotted that they're planning on sharing with somebody, or they have shared with somebody, you're saying.
As of right now, that's what we know.
And then
that's what we know, and then it could be more from the iCloud.
Well, that's what I'm. Hear me out here. I can't go on speculation, okay? So saying, the Gmail, you mentioned, because the reason I brought up emails again is because you brought up Gmail and the iCloud. So now we're talking about text messages only.
iCloud is text messages. Okay, I'm hearing you out.
Speculation does not do any good for me right now.
Correct.
I need the facts. So there's nothing to do with emails right now.
Okay.
There's nothing to do with emails right now.
Okay.
Only my text.
So there's no email crimes.
Facebook
And so-
Messenger.
So there's a text messages that are out there that were copied that you sent them. They copied them and they shared them with other people.
Yes.
So
And was this a business interaction? They were employed with you at the time?
Yeah. All of those you were paying them at the time.
Yeah, so, yes, and when it comes to the iCloud, let me clarify, an iCloud gets you into seeing text messages that are private. So
But you sent this to them.
an iCloud, if they log into an iCloud, they can see other texts that I sent other people that have
Yeah,
nothing to do.
but we don't know if they have that or not. We're speculating.
Correct, but I wanted to clarify what I meant by
Okay,
iCloud. not-
okay.
I never meant email with iCloud.
Okay.
I always meant text
Okay.
messages.
So you're speculating that they might have gotten your iCloud accounts to share iCloud information.
When she, yes, but when
Okay.
she posted this threat, it seemed as if she had just seen, she was implying that she had just seen a text
I get it.
threat.
Okay, let me see. How many are there on there?
So this is just one. This was the girl Christina who sent this, was sending this to prove a point to Lauren that your text message.
Don't.
I didn't hear what she said.
This came from who?
Colette, whose number you got.
This one's Colette. This one came from your ex-employee.
Yes, this was a
To
group
you.
message with Colette and Stephanie.
No, public, that was released publicly on Facebook about me.
Okay, now I'm getting two different stories.
Okay, let
This
me
is this is very frustrating. I know you both are passionate about this, all right? But it's not helping me get in this kind of two different directions and stuff, all right?
So what did I miss?
let me explain this. This message is a screenshot of a group message between Colette and Stephanie and Lauren while Lauren was paying them
Okay,
to work for her.
so it's a message you sent to the two employees
Yes.
when they were employed.
Yes.
They screenshot them and they sent them to who?
This.
Someone that was doing contract work for me.
Yes.
Were they doing contract work for you at the time as well?
Yes, and didn't
Okay.
and stopped after we paid her because of this.
They didn't work together at the same time. Christina started after Stephanie.
But here's the thing. If they were working for you at the time, I could talk to them. They say, yeah, you told me to go ahead and share the information.
So
Stephanie and Colette and so Christina started with Lauren after Stephanie and Colette were done. That's what I'm explaining. They never worked together. They do not know each other aside from now these private messages being shared to disparage her. Christina does
But
not.
we don't know when this is shared.
We know that it was shared that week because Christina told us. I just got them.
And Christine is the contracted person.
She was at that point, yeah, when she got these.
and then stopped working for me because
So
she didn't see that.
when did she get those then?
She sent this to Lauren on April 21st, 2025. So almost 2 months ago. And that morning you had a conversation with her, or the day before, where she said, I got sent these a week and a half ago.
Okay. And she said she got them from the two ex-employees.
Yes.
Okay. And when did the ex-employees get let go?
They stopped working in July and September, I believe.
Last year?
Yes.
So July for sure, or time roughly July?
Lauren, what was the date that Christina
Hey, everybody! How's it going? Hi. All right. The fairies have been. The fairies have been. Yes. Okay, so let me just get a couple super chats out of here. Out of my little pocket. Where are we? A tip for the fairies. They deserve a tip. Tell you what, $9.99. And look, wait. Oh. Ah, fancy that. Just when the fairies come along, Binder Dolly enters the house.
What can
You
I
couldn't
say?
resist.
I could not.
You?
I love me
Oh.
some I love me some fairies.
You do like some fairy dust, don't you? Well, guys, we have a world first. I actually was going to put a message in chat and ask you to come in because I need some assistance with this one. So I'll put a private chat what I need help with. But anyway, thank you to MUTKOP, little kitty cat there for $9.99. And Greer's Garden says, thanks for the membership. Thanks for your coverage of exposing these grifters. Hey, I thought I was the grifter. I'm the grifter who is only doing this for clicks and views for my black-hearted soul. Yes. And Mrs. Soap and Clay for $4.99 says, I do believe in fairies. I do. Well, you do now because the fairies have been. They have been. And Elizabeth says, $5. Greetings from Alaska. I appreciate your journalistic boundaries. We can swap temps. It's 2F here. What's 2F?
2 Fahrenheit. That would be 1 degree Celsius.
That's like when they get to that close that they become similar.
No.
That's not. No, you're wrong.
That's like negative 16 Celsius.
Whoa. I don't want to swap with you. Hell no. Could use some sunshine. Yeah. $5. Thank you. Yes, it's quite sunny here, indeed. And I think we've already read the Joel Roberts one out, but I don't think anyone ever calls you professional, Dali, so I'll read it out for you.
I'm not used to it.
Hello, Dali. I know, and I know a lot of other people appreciate your professionalism in bringing this information to the audience with the victims of HTC Hearts in mind. Thank you for all you do. Okay, no further ado. Everyone laugh at Dali talk. Idiot. Hey, dude.
I forgot like where the 0 degree thing was. Technically, it's 16.6667 degrees Celsius.
God. Also, I understand US time zones better than he does.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Anyway, guys, so this is with permission from Gigi. Yeah. And I know you've all been wondering what happened when he called Gigi. So he called Gigi. So let's hear it, guys.
Well, I'm sure it's nothing too bad.
No.
Just a simple conversation. What could go wrong?
Oh my God.
So,
yeah. Oh my God.
Don't get your hopes up, guys. Don't get your hopes up.
Yep. Alrighty. So this, and let's change our. My browser has just lost connection to its screen share audio. Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it? All right. That's exactly when we need that to happen.
Did you need me to do something?
Yes, not yet though. Hang on. Try again. Let's
Uh-oh,
start
that was
over.
freezing and stuttering.
No, I'm not. Am I?
Your picture just went out, so maybe send me the link just in case.
Sure.
Jazz hands. That was a request.
Hang on. Cool. Alrighty.
Oh, okay.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Everyone calm down. You've waited this long. You can wait a little bit longer. All right, let's go.
Something I heard on prom night.
Hello?
Hello, this is Officer Bovey at Henderson, Nevada Police. Is this Jennifer?
It is. How are you?
All right, good. Thank you for calling me back.
Oh, you're welcome, yeah.
dealing with this.
My grandma's in ICU, so I just keep my phone off.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, please. I just let you know I'm recording this with my body camera, all right?
Okay.
Do you have any? I left you just a little bit of a message. Do you have any idea why I'm calling you, or you know anything about what I've mentioned?
Yeah, kind of. So I think I can sum this up really quick for you, at least my perspective.
Okay.
This is somebody who has a popular true crime YouTube channel, 250,000, maybe more followers.
When you say this person, you're talking about
Lauren Matthias.
Lauren herself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't like drama. Like, I just do my job and kind of was put into this. Really, I think what the case is here is, just behind people's backs, content creators that she has worked with, victims, family members of violent crimes that we cover, national media cases. She talked crap about a lot of people behind their back.
Yep. People do that.
Falling out. And her brand is about to be gone. I mean, that's really kind of it. I was sent some messages kind of anonymously that were about me personally, which I don't care. I did not go public and say what Lauren Matthias said about me. It's just not how I roll. So I kind of kept it close. Had a few more people in the media approach me and say, "Oh, did you get some information about Lauren Matthias?" Yeah, I did. Didn't ask to see theirs. Didn't see it. Didn't show them my stuff. Just interesting.
Okay.
We all got an email when we were at trial in Phoenix last week from an anonymous person, Proton email, very common when people don't want to be traced. It tagged a lot of people, prosecutors in Idaho for the Lori Vallow case, me, other people in the media, victims' family members, where it just says, she's talked crap about you, and she's going to be exposed. We all kind of were like, we got work to do, not our problem, That's essentially all I know.
So you don't know who these text messages came from or anything?
No, I got them anonymously through a Proton email. Which I deleted. I mean, I just don't do drama. Once I kind of saw what it was about, I'm a single mom of three. My 90-year-old grandma lives with me. Like, I don't have time.
I get it.
The time I have is like, I got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I just don't get involved in drama. Well, her assistant called me today, really pressing me. Lauren called me the other day. I'm in ICU. I'm not answering. It's just, my grandma was about to die, and I was like, this is the furthest thing from my mind.
Right.
I just chose not to go public with it. It's not what I do. I don't want to be a part of anybody's public downfall, even if they did talk crap about, victims' families is kind of the thing that bothers me the most.
Right.
But yeah, so it just, I've seen stuff from, about me. I have heard what has been said about other people, but that's word of mouth. It's not
right.
It's
And
not
there's the First Amendment rights too. People can talk smack all they want, blah 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 blah. But
right, and there's also the right to release them, even if you're mad at somebody. I know she was claiming she got extorted, which I said, go to the police. If you have somebody saying, I'm gonna, if you don't pay me $5,000, I'm gonna go public, that's a crime. You should go to the police. But
right.
I got nothing for you.
Right.
Her assistant was questioning me about who I've talked to, who has reached out to me, and I said, people trust me, and that's why, because I'm not going to tell you anybody.
I know I did a little bit of research too, so I kind of understand who you are, where you come from. So, and I mentioned it to her. I'm like, I could ask for a source, but I mean, that's her credibility, that's her livelihood. Why would she give me the source?
And I mean, it's I'm not giving up my friends, because the thing is this: at the end of the day, like you say, you have a right to talk smack about people, but when your little friend group breaks up and there are hurt feelings, don't be surprised when you put those messages on their phone where you're talking crap about people who have been nothing but nice to you.
Yeah.
Get mad.
All right.
She kind of started this at a trial in April in Phoenix. We all had to get together. She said, I was hacked and I'm being extorted. So I walked away because I was like, this is drama. I'm here to be with my friends. I don't want to hear. It has nothing to do with me.
Right.
So I didn't even really hear her side, but her assistant today was very panicked. I think it's just become clear to her that people have found out the nasty stuff she said, really, that was unwarranted. We've all been kind to her.
Right.
And including victims' families that she launched her podcast on and would have live on her show. But not only that, was a friend that talk crap about them behind their back for no reason other than just middle school drama.
Yeah.
So she's in panic mode because her channel is about to be toast. And I've had people say, I hear people want this exposed. People need to know who they're following. 275,000 followers, they need to know they're following somebody that will have somebody on her show that has lost 2 family members to a violent crime and turn around and go to the group and talk crap about this family member when they visited each other and had time together over, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So it's really just
it's like two-faced and
it's so bad. But for me, it's we are in our 40s, grow up.
Yeah.
Could I went public and got a lot of clicks? Yeah, but I don't have time for that.
Right.
My cup is empty.
Right.
and people know, for me, it's don't come at me with drama. I've defended her in the past where people have said, you need to talk to Lauren. I'm like, I already talked to Lauren. She's a grown woman. She, if you think her channel is going astray, talk to Lauren.
Right.
I'm not a middleman. I'm not even that close to her.
Well, I'm with you. I'm on a police department. I'm in my early 50s, and there's drama in the police department, and we can talk to bad guys all day long at the hood of our car, but for some reason we can't talk to each other in the locker room.
Right. No, it's crazy. And for me, it's just really sad because we deal with a genre, as you know, in law enforcement. It is devastating. And it's very sensitive stuff.
Yep.
And so people are rightfully going to be mad when they find out a family that you've had on your podcast time and time again that have made you a lot of money, that you have talked bad about them when they've done nothing but sort of invite you into their fragile little worlds at a really terrible time.
Right.
It's just backlash that's really kind of warranted. To me, because we don't need people like that, in my opinion, in the true crime world.
It makes everybody kind of look bad.
Legit. Yeah, it does, because there's people who really care about these families that we get to know and want to bring these victims to life. And when you've got a bad apple in the bunch, it does tend to reflect bad on all of us. So that's really, other than talking bad about victims' families, that's kind of my thing, is we struggle to be legitimate as sources. And so when somebody does something like this, and it's just middle school stuff.
Yeah.
and it comes back and people find out, you know, if somebody doesn't like her and they say, hey, she's talked crap about you, it's kind of their right.
Yeah.
If they have sat and listened to it for years, and her assistant was trying to play me audio of like somebody they think this is coming from talking smack about me, I said, look, I don't know this woman. I don't care. I'm a podcaster. People are going to talk smack about me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lose any sleep. I don't care. Yeah. I don't know her. I said, what I care about is somebody that I've been a friend to, and when we've seen each other at trial or driving her home so she didn't have to take an Uber, I said, you know, what hurts is that, but did I lose sleep? No, not really.
Right.
I mean, there's bad seats everywhere. So,
Well,
no, if she's in panic mode, she's about to lose everything, and that's really, this is kind of I think a knee-jerk reaction to realizing that years of smack talking people who have done nothing wrong to you, have been kind to you, it's like, oh my gosh, like I never thought these would get out. I think that's really where we are.
Okay. So just to kind of recap then, Jennifer, so you got an anonymous message with some text messages, copies of text messages where Lauren had talked smack about you at some point. And then you're aware there's other text messages that might be out because you're on that email from Proton, but you don't know the source of any of these text messages?
No, I mean, I've heard names, but I don't know who they are, so I can't say that's who. And the other thing, like, you're not going to tell her what we talked about, right?
No, I don't need to. I'll say I'll talk to you and I don't have what I need.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know any of these people that were in her group. I deal with my own stuff, so I have no clue who these people are, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you for sure it's this person or that person.
Okay.
And they weren't just necessarily, I can't even say they were text messages. They may have been, like, even Facebook Messenger. That's, you know, so it was either text or Facebook Messenger. I got these, like, in May. So it's been a while, and I've deleted everything. I don't, you know, it's like my kid uses my iPad. I tell her all the time, don't get involved.
Yeah, I don't think she's afraid of you necessarily putting out the information, but she's afraid of the information getting out there.
Yeah, I would never. I mean, I could have went with this in May if I wanted to, but
the information you have is just on you, right?
Correct. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like actually about somebody else. The only thing I have seen is what was specific to me.
Okay.
I mean, of course, you know, people chatter.
Yeah.
Well, I got this message, and you know, so that kind of thing. But
so other people are saying that there's stuff out there, but I mean, whether it's seen or not is a different story.
Right, and like I say, I can't say who sent them because I don't know who these people are. To be honest, I've never met them in my life.
Okay.
So good luck with the girl drama.
Well, I'm about done with it. That's been on this for a while yet, so. Well, thank you very much for calling back.
I wish I could help. You're very welcome.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh my God. Good luck with the girl drama. I'm about done with it. I love him. I love him. Love you, Gigi. Oh my God. Wow. No way. No way. Oh, that was just so great. Okay, so there's more. There is more. Hang on just a minute. 2 seconds. Oh, cancel. Load.
And you remembered that part.
Yeah, I actually just download a new version of it. Can we get some comments first? Yeah, more. Your wife in tears. I've already Coffee's YouTube famous now. We need to send him presents.
Right?
Yo, I know. You said it perfectly.
I wonder if Lauren knows right now everything is just crumbling down.
Oh, she'd still be in denial. Helen
Yeah.
dropping the big bombshells tonight. I do just want to address something someone asked in chat a minute ago. Someone came in and said this. I came in late. Does Hella have proof John was associated with Lifestar? I never said John was associated with Lifestar. Did I say John was associated with Lifestar? No, I didn't even mention the word Lifestar. So no, what I said was that John was in competition with Jodie Hildebrand, and I'm not actually the first one to say that. Lauren herself was the one to say that in the second part of her interview with Mormon Stories. So her words were that John attended a training with Jodie Hildebrand, and Jodie was getting all of the work in St. George, Utah at the time. He couldn't get any work because Jodie was getting all of the work, right? Which says to me that they were doing very similar work. If she was getting all of the work and he couldn't get any of the work, then does that make sense that they were competitors? They were doing similar work? So I didn't say that they were working together. They did a training session at least, because Lauren said that in the Mormon Stories interview. But they both were doing business, doing like psychology work in St. George, Utah at the same time. So let me be very clear. That was Lauren who said that in the Mormon Stories Part 2 interview. Anyway, imagine being beat out by Jodie. Yeah, well, she had quite a successful business back then. Right, I think I'm ready to go with the next bit. Let me see. Okay. Second.
Yeah, I mean, I just
So
don't,
we got to
I don't
there.
know. You're very welcome.
All right, take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, so I just want to remind everyone, this was the same day. Okay, so he left the apartment, and remember that they talked him into going and calling Gigi, right? They talked him into it.
And it was all recorded on the body cam.
Yeah, and someone else actually asked, did Gigi know she was recorded? Yeah. Yeah, he said you're being recorded. And also she's given permission for this to be put out there, guys. So
she knows.
Love to Gigi. She even said I could have responded to this publicly on my channel and stuff like that. I think she said something like that on the body cam.
For clicks, yeah.
For clicks, yeah. But no, she's
would have got him.
allowed. Yeah, she's allowed this part of her story, her part of the story, to go out there, and good for her.
Yeah,
I just think she's been her words have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. So just to clarify that. But notice when he goes back into the apartment, something's different.
Grayson isn't a 90. And you'll remember that spot. It's coming up in a couple minutes.
I've got a new recording.
Oh, you beeped it out. Okay. Oh, that officer's walking so slow.
He's like, oh God, I've got to go back up there now.
All right.
Grayson's changed. Look.
I'm back. All right.
I'm back.
I'm back.
She's changed.
Why does she have raccoon eyes?
It looks like she's got a black eye. What the hell?
What the hell did Lauren do in that 5 minutes? 2.
Holy, she needs some Amica cream.
Oh my
What is
god.
going on?
Has she been crying?
The dog is so happy to see him. Take me
Take
away.
me.
Please.
You can even take me to the pound. I don't care.
Tits out for
Oh,
the boys.
tits out for the boys. Damn, Grayson.
Oh, baby.
Hate to see you go, but love to watch you walk away.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, guys, just get ready.
I guess Lauren knows she can't use her cleavage.
So you have the incident number, you have all that. So, yeah, I'm not getting anything from the phone calls that I have. So, it's just documentation right now. So,
What are they? Who was it?
unknown sources and anonymous. So the anonymous Proton email came up, saying that yeah, there's information, but I've talked to Jennifer and too many names. Sorry.
3 names.
Gigi is Jennifer.
Yeah, and Stephanie.
Okay. And what did Stephanie say?
She says she's got messages from the past and stuff, denying denying that she's part of this kind of thing. Says it's past it. She did mention the she mentioned that person.
That she's sending texts.
She feels that might be somebody that might be more involved with it, but
Okay.
but that's once again speculation too, from my guess is, or based on what she was saying, she's speculating. So whether she knows more or not, she's not sharing it. So and then same with Gigi, she said it was just specific texts to her about her, and she says she don't care. She put it to the side. She's like, she doesn't want a part of the drama, and she has spoke with other people that said they've seen other text messages,
Okay.
but some of the the names out there she's not familiar with.
Okay.
Okay. So let's forgive him. He doesn't know she's
Yeah,
going to
no
go
idea.
full psycho bitch when she hears the
Yeah.
name Christina, right? So someone has mentioned Christina. There are no tiki-talkies at this point. There's no stalker at this point, but I think he's referring to a phone call with Stephanie, which I don't know if we're ever going to hear, right? But I think it's Stephanie has just been like, look, it wasn't me. Because remember, we were reading the police report before, and Stephanie was saying that, look, it might have been some newer friends because we're the OG friends, and she's pissed off tons of people. And
Talk
she
to
might
the
have
hand.
Yeah, talk to the hand. She might have listed out some other names and thought, oh yeah, I think she hangs out with a Christina. So that might have been the domino, boom, 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 that started the crazy spiral in Lauren's head that began the stalker thing, and Christina happened to be the one that ended up being the target, unfortunately.
I'm gonna throw this out here, and this has been on my mind the whole time. And you're gonna roll your eyes. You be like, "Where's this person from?" But if we're gonna do this, I need to bring him up because you're gonna be like, "This is circumstantial," but I have good reason to believe that this person's involved. So I'm gonna throw it out there to you.
Mm-hmm.
His name
Mm-hmm.
is a hacker
Mm-hmm.
who's actually done this to other podcasters, including someone named Mandy Matney, who was the Murdoch Murders podcast host, and he did the same thing to her. He became my friend. He's sort of like a cyber. He collects everything. He told me he collects everything. I introduced him to the Dateline producer, and the Dateline producer told me, he's like, he breaks the law, man. Like, I can't use him. I save everything. in reading.
Okay, so now you're starting to see how the pieces are falling back together, and we're back round to the very first piece of clip that we saw, right? And do you remember how first bit of clip that we saw, the cop was referring to, she doesn't seem like she's going to release anything. She doesn't seem like it. Yeah, so clearly the first bit of body cam that we saw was at this point in time, but we only had part of the picture.
He's now blocked me from all messages and blocked me from everything. And in reading this sort of Proton email about the people he's referring to, I think he considers himself a bit of a cyber Robin Hood. But he lives for this. It's like, this is what he does.
Okay.
He's friends with Stephanie Collette. He's now blocked me on everything. I see that everything from him is officially encrypted. So
officially encrypted.
Do I have anything beyond circumstantial evidence for you now? No.
If it goes to the point of criminal or civil, like I said, depends on what's put out. You can always bring his name up at that time, and as far as this, that, whatever.
Okay. That's why I needed to bring him up to you so you could guide me. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, just hang on to that information.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I have a couple questions. I'm a little nervous to ask. Did you get the sense from Gigi like this is going public or no?
No. Well, not on her side. I mean, she's not going to do nothing with it.
Okay, so now it makes sense, right? Because remember, it was redacted. It was, did you get the sense that it's going public or no? And he goes, no, not
Great
from her
question,
side.
Gray Bay.
Yeah. Great question.
Yeah, nobody's going to leak the text messages. I mean, they might get the cop talking to Gigi and everything will come out via a FOIA because you called the cops, you started all this, and you did a 9-hour Spurg Fest that opened the door to all of this coming out when it may not have actually even ever come out.
Maybe. Or maybe if Lauren had never taken fucking legal action in the first place, nothing would have ever happened. Maybe that.
Cover up is always worse than the crime.
Yes.
Her mom's sick. She doesn't need drama, she said.
No, I know, exactly. I agree. Right. But did she tell you what she told us, which is, yeah, get ready. This is going to go public. And
No, she didn't say that.
oh, because she told us today that, yeah, she said, yeah, it's about.
Well, if she knows more than what she's leading on, then that's her. Because once again, she says, I've got, different sources that I need to protect as well and stuff. And I was like, I get it.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if she knows more, she wasn't alluding to it. So.
Yeah.
But I think if anything, she might be just here because it sounds like you all are in the same group chats / whatever in this circle of whatever, work group kind of thing. So if she's hearing from circles, text messages from this, phone call from that, then maybe she believes she heard enough. I'm just speculating that she probably heard it from enough people that certain things are out. And so then it may, go from there.
Yeah.
So I take everything when people tell me things, I take everything with a grain of salt.
Right.
Because if I say something's going to explode, what do you think? Compared to what does that person think? Compared to what that person thinks?
Right.
It's actually going to explode.
This is huge.
Right.
What's huge?
Yeah. And then my other question, I just, as their assistant, I'm trying to gauge this so I can PR this myself a little bit.
Well, crisis.
And get crisis management in if we have to in our agency. Did Stephanie maybe get the understanding that this could, if she's doing this shit, it could get bad for
Yeah.
her?
Were you able to explain that they're on the line? Like,
If she's
Did
releasing
you
just
say the words
Okay.
that
Yeah,
we
100%.
told you to say? Did you say that they're treading a fine line, officer? Remember how I told you 4 times to tell them that they're treading a fine line? Did you say that? Did you intimidate them enough for us? How intimidating did he sound on the phone to Gigi?
Well, Grayson, in Grayson's defense, she normally handles the intimidation.
It's true. Wow. They're checking whether or not he intimidated them.
Oh God.
Holy and macaroni.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I think she'd be the one to get a little scared and be like, "Whoa, back up."
Yeah.
Did she seem to understand?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. She's the one.
Based on her, and this is just phone. I mean, I can't see body language. I can't see
Right,
body
you
language.
see body language. Right.
I'd be willing to think that it's not necessarily her, although she could be sharing stuff with another party, and that other party is maybe doing this. But her herself, probably not. Would she share this information that I said today with this other person? Yeah.
Right. Right. But she suggested she thinks Christina's more involved, and yeah.
She mentioned the name Christina twice. So
Okay. Yeah. Christina is the one that quit the contract work and sent us,
Screenshot that I sent you.
Yeah. So, which was funny because that was a screenshot of Stephanie's. But okay.
well, they obviously know each other by name. So
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. They do.
so it depends on why the sharing of the text for
Right.
one.
I didn't introduce them, by the way. They didn't know each other.
Yeah. So it just depends on why the sharing of the text.
Okay.
So, but I let her know that I saw the text, and she mentioned Facebook communication through Facebook Messenger as well, I guess. So.
And so she said, I have a bunch of texts, but I'm not sending them out.
Yeah. In so many words. Yeah.
Okay. And she said, again, she understood that she shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah.
Okay. And Gigi also understood.
Yeah. Gigi wants nothing to do with this.
I know she doesn't, but then,
But she understands, right?
okay.
She gets it.
Well, and that's the thing. You hear talking about a lot of people, but what does that mean?
Right.
Okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You have no idea.
This is
Yeah,
a little bit
I'm
longer than I
a little bit,
expected,
like,
so
emotionally exhausted.
I'm
Can you
hoping
talk
my
to her
sister's gonna
grandmother
understand.
too?
Yeah, I don't mean to just be like sitting here. I'm just like so emotionally exhausted. And
Oh,
Yeah. Did you bother her grandmother in ICU?
Yeah.
Make sure that
You make
she's
sure
intimidated?
she knows and is intimidated too. Maybe Gigi told her something.
sure you are. I'm not discounting that at all.
yeah,
I'm
no,
sure you got many concerns, and the problem with that is here. You mind taking some advice?
please.
And it's going to be hard to do. 100%.
It'll be the
You're
first
going to
time.
have to find a quiet space, a little meditation, go to the gym, whatever it is, whatever gets that stress off, a good walk, a good swim, whatever that is. You need to exercise and just sweat that stuff out. And meditate and say some prayers if you're religious and be like, it is what it is. Because I'm not saying it's not going to hurt if it happens, but you're not going to be able to control whether it happens or not.
Yeah.
So you're trying to control what you don't know may or may not happen. And that's what's chewing you up right now. You're stressing out so much about what if. And you don't know if at all.
Correct. Thank you.
So all you can do is be prepared for the what if. Whether it's a crisis management person or PR person or whatever the case may be. I don't know what their titles are nowadays, but yeah, you could sit here and what if for every minute of the day, every hour of the day, and it's just going to chew you up because you're sleeping, all that kind of stuff. Find a quiet place, put on some good old 80s music or something and jam out, or Backstreet Boys or whatever it is, your jam was back in the day. Just go dancing in private or
Whatever. She's seething. She's seething 80s music. Oh my God, she's
Whatever your
seething.
jam was back in the day.
Back in
Oh,
the day.
oh, this cop is amazing.
Holy crap. Oh, some 80s music, a little bit of Poison or Bon Jovi.
Little synth wave,
Synthwave.
higher up Stranger Things,
Oh, wow. She's so pissed. She thought she was sexy to him.
Oh, no, I think Grayson's more his type.
Whoa. And you better say your prayers, lady. This is going to hurt. Get a PR agency. Whoa. That is such a burn. Felton. Is this a meme? Backstreet's back. All right. No, that's far too young.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
that's
was in her,
early
she was in
2000s,
her
isn't it?
20s. Yeah.
Nah, she would have been in like mid-30s by Backstreet's back. Damn, I love him.
Republic doesn't matter. Just blow off some steam. Go to these one of these destruction rooms downtown where you get a take a sledgehammer to a TV or something.
I haven't done that before, but maybe
we'll go do that.
Say a prayer, meditate, and then go destruct.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you can
Like
thank
you
me
just
later.
did your crew.
Yeah. Officer, I just want to say this. This has been exhausting. I want you to know a little bit about our day. I was about to take my 7-year-old son on a vacation. And we heard everything happening, and I had a panic attack. I couldn't even move.
Mm-hmm.
I make money for my family. I just think about how I've hurt my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what to do.
She's the breadwinner, remember? She makes
Yes.
money for her whole family.
Oh yeah. Don's
Mhm.
just the trophy husband.
Just trophy husband.
And she's like, call the police. Like, she called dispatch. I know this is a complicated thing. I know that this is almost like dealing with like adults back in high school. He said, she said.
Oh, we have it in the police department too. Don't worry about it. It's everywhere still.
Mm.
Some people don't grow up.
I want you to know the time you have taken to try to understand and care means a lot.
Well, thank you. I try.
So thank you. I won't be forgotten.
Try.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Hopefully those calls tonight will be sufficient.
Yeah. So we missed a $500 flight today. I haven't seen my son because my husband said he doesn't need this. Just stay here and deal with this. And
Yeah.
We're gonna start picking out the pieces. And you're right. Like, can't control this now. Yeah. But I really appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now close the computer and go break some stuff or something.
Can I play that whole last video?
Some people don't grow up.
I want you to know the time you have taken to try to
not that
understand.
bit.
I was about to take my 7-year-old
Not
son.
this bit.
Day, and it's just going to chew you up. You're going to lose. Be prepared for the what if. Whether it's a crisis management person or PR person or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I don't know what their titles are nowadays, but yeah, you could sit here and what if for every minute of the day, every hour of the day, and it's just going to chew you up. You're going to lose sleep and all that kind of stuff. Find a quiet place, put on some good old 80s music or something and jam out, or Backstreet Boys or whatever it is, your jam was back in the day. Just go dancing in private or public, doesn't matter. Just blow off some steam. Go to these one of these destruction rooms downtown where you get take a sledgehammer to a TV or something.
I haven't done that before, but maybe
we'll go do that.
Say a prayer, meditate, and then go destruct.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, you can thank me later.
Yeah. Officer, I just want to say this.
Oh
This
my
has been
God.
exhausting. I want you to know a little bit about our day. I was about to take my 7-year-old son on a vacation. And we heard everything happening, and I had a panic attack. I couldn't even move.
Mm-hmm.
I make money for my family. I just think about how I've hurt my whole family.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to do. And she's like, call the police. Like, she called dispatch. I know this is a complicated thing. I know that this is almost like dealing with like adults back in high school. He said, she said.
Oh, we have it in the police department too. Don't worry about it. It's everywhere still. Some people don't grow up.
I want you to know the time you have taken to try to understand and care means a lot.
Well, thank you. I try.
So thank you. I won't be forgotten.
Thanks.
Wow.
Yeah. Hopefully those calls tonight will be sufficient.
Yeah. So we missed a $500 flight today. I haven't seen my son because my husband said he doesn't need this. Just stay here and deal with this. And
Yeah.
we're gonna start picking out the pieces. And you're right. Like, can't control this now. Yeah. But I really appreciate your efforts.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now close the computer and go break some stuff or something.
Will do.
All right?
Thank you.
Just don't break anything on the way there.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
My God. She hasn't seen her son.
Aw. Wow.
She put off a flight to go and take her son on vacation. For that.
Well, just wanted to hang out with Grayson.
That was quality time with Grey Bay.
It was. Absolutely.
She probably just didn't want to deal with a 7-year-old on vacation. Yeah. Wow. Notice how it was the $500 flight before it was the sun.
Well, you don't have to worry about refunding the sun. Priorities.
I hurt my whole family. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't John take him though? Well, maybe. I don't know. Does John do anything? He sometimes goes onto Patreon if he feels like it. Yeah, if he feels like it. He basically calls other people crazy and sadistic and, evil. That's what he does. You are traumatizing our child. Well, I don't think it's just her. Hey, Lindsay. Wait. So even when she calls John earlier, they're meant to be on a vacation, but she has a panic attack in the same town as he and John. Yeah. Dolly's going to bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'll be in chat though.
Okay.
That was fun.
See ya.
Thanks. Toodles.
Bye. Yep. Okay. Lauren does love to play martyr. Absolutely. She doesn't even bother to stand up. That whole time, they never offered that cop a seat or a drink or anything. That was so rude. He had to stand up the entire time. He was there for hours. He was great. I can't even. What's with the? Did she have a black eye? Or what? I don't know what was going on with her face. They didn't even get up to see him out. No, nothing. Yeah, she admitted to not seeing her son because of this. Yeah, she did. I'm actually completely stunned over this. I'm sorry I'm a little bit quiet. I'm just like, also, guys, I just wanted to say, did you see her little mind ticking over when she heard the word Christina? Did you see her little head going like that? Because we know that Christina got called like a couple days later by the cops because she got mentioned. Yeah. And we also know that in the 9-hour live, Lauren accused Christina of being the one who was going to expose the text messages.
And they're saying that I'm the stalker had approached me and said, all my text messages are being released.
Yeah. Now, Christina doesn't even have the text messages. Yeah. Like, maybe, I don't know. She might have a couple. I don't know. But she's not like the source of the text messages at all. So she never threatened to release text messages or anything like that. That's just not true. And even if she did, that's not extortion or anything. So this is all in Lauren's brain. This is all in her own little mind. This is all her paranoia. So it's all bullshit. Absolute bullshit that she made that up. But yeah, like, did you see when the name Christina was brought up that she's just like that? Very interesting. Very interesting. You think this is all made up by Dolly Talk? Yeah. I've also listened. What's this? I've also listened to her conversation, and Christina never said that. Yeah. Never. So, Janice, you evil flat-shoed hacker. It's always the one in the flat shoes. The one that looks good in the flat shoes. They're always trouble. Always trouble. Well, that turned out to be more eventful than we expected it to be. I'm going to have to change the thumbnail on my stream so people can find it. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So, guys, there may be more. There may be not. It depends if the bodycam fairies drop anything else in the next day or two. So you're just going to have to keep the heavy bell on. Make sure you're a member if you want to be part of the members only on the weekend. We'll do some like tea spilling and stuff like that. Some chitty chats. Go Gigi, love you. No more drama. Big shout outs to Gigi. Class act. Absolute class act. What a lady. What an absolute lady she is. Was that a perfect Lauren smug rude face? Was it? I don't think I'm that good at it. Yeah, it was target locked, Justin. It really was. So thank you all for being here. Let's just see. Looks like Jolene is live, but I don't know about Jolene, whether or not. I don't think she has her redirect privileges on, which makes it impossible for me to redirect to her, but I'll put her link in chat and go over there and say, hello, Raid. Boom, boom, boom. There you go. But I'll actually redirect the stream to my friend Potentially Criminal because he is live as well. So I'll do 2 redirects at once. I'll do one to my friend Potentially Criminal, and then I'll do one to Jolene, and you guys can choose wherever you'd like to go. Wherever it is you'd like to go, you go there. So the actual stream will take you to Potentially Criminal, and you can go to Jolene's if you like. Either way, make sure you say hello, Raid. And I'll just make sure I've got all of these. Jonalyn says, it was Connections Classroom in St. George, Utah, the classes John attended, which Jody owned. Yes, I know. So, yeah, that was her website even was up until just about a year ago. And thank you for the $9.99. Appreciate it. And Novalee, another $9.99 from you. Didn't you give me $9.99 before? Thank you so much for that. So one from you and one from Jonah Lynn. Appreciate all of your donations. Really do. You guys are all wonderful. You all are. I appreciate all of you because I'm just doing this for clicks and views. I actually really enjoy making friends with you all. You're all lovely. You all are. Really appreciating all this. Hello, Raid. Is that a new Gatorade flavor? Why not? Yeah. Cool. All right. See you guys probably tomorrow, more than likely. I'm enjoying seeing you all every day. And it's time for the song.
Her name was Ella. She was an Aussie. She was a fake lawyer from the future. She got on YouTube and made some live streams. The co-host is Donnie and she dances sometimes. The words are always so loud and because she's an 803. To the attention, excited utterance. Her cat is